The Roman Empire valued power and prestige above all else. Yet God told Paul to go and tell that culture that a crucified and penniless peasant had become Lord of all. Now that's what you call an impossible task. And no sooner had he set out to do what couldn't be done than he began experiencing a painful and debilitating health issue. We don't really know what it was, but it was so severe that it is described as a thorn in the flesh. So Paul did what you and I would do under such circumstances. He prayed for God to remove it. And when God didn't take it away, he prayed again and again. 3 times he asked the Lord to take it away. And I don't know about you, but that makes sense to me. I mean, if God asks me to do something, then surely he would respond to a reasonable request that would help me get the job done. Maybe you've prayed for something like that yourself. Lord, if you would just take away this temptation, then I could better do your will. Or if you would take away this problem, I could then be a better wife. If you would remove the opposition, then I could really advance your kingdom. Or if you would heal my disability, then I would be able to do so much more. You know, after Paul asked the Lord to remove his affliction, here was the reply he received. The Lord said to him, "My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness." What a revelation that must have been for Paul. Up to this point, he thought it was going to be his abilities, his talents, and his strength that showed others how great Christ was. But Jesus says, "No, Paul. My true greatness will be seen through your weakness." Now, it's a hard lesson to embrace, but I've seen it over and over again. The worth of Christ shines brightest in the darkest places. The treasure of his grace flows most freely through broken vessels. You know, when I need reminding of how valuable Christ is, I don't think about the healthiest and wealthiest people I know. I think of those of you who have been betrayed and yet are not bitter. I dwell on those who are hurting so much and yet have found courage and hope in Christ. I recall those who are poor in this world and yet have so much riches in their good works. I think of those who are surrounded by controversy, yet possess a peace that nothing in this world can account for. May God help us all to learn to say with Paul, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me."